Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Mr. Bad May here with another truck showcase, and today we have the Freightliner Cascadia, the new one. I would say what the year model is, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a 2022 or 2023, something like that. This is the new one. It's in the new truck market. We'll jump into the dealership here in just a moment and show you guys exactly which truck this is, because there are two of them. There's a 2019, and then there's just the one with no year. This is the one with no year, so air quote, the newer truck. We're going to jump in everything today. We're going to jump into what is the engine transmission configuration, what does the stats of the truck look like with that configuration, with its best configuration, and then how does the dash look. And this is an interesting one with this vehicle, because if you change the interior, there's actually two different dashes. I have the money on me today, so we're going to take a look at both dashes. So we're going to hop in and out of the store a little bit here, and I'm going to show you why I prefer one over the other, and it may not be which one you think. So with that said, let's jump into it. I'm also going to show you the visibility, the dash, all the bells and bobs of the dash, cruise control, how that works, how it's represented, visibility out of the windows, the engine sound, the jake brake sound, maneuverability. We're going to touch on all of it. So stick around, guys, and let's get to it. So jumping right in truck configurator, I'm currently set up for the long haul. I'm going to go ahead and refund those. I did have a mod on this truck. I've gotten rid of that mod. Everything you're seeing in this video is stock. There is no mods involved on the truck. So right here, currently set up for the 6x4 configuration. Again, it is more of the long hauler. Typically, you would be configured at about 6x4, somewhere up here. I'm going to mess up my look here, but that's okay. Your engine, you are most likely going to go with this guy. It's the most horsepower. It's the most torque available to this truck. And then transmission, because you really want a retarder, you're either going to go with this guy, which you can see what that did to the stats, or you're going to go with the Eaton Ultra Shift. This is kind of where I sit. The stats, as you can see, are not particularly great in this truck, and that's unfortunate, as this is one of the newer trucks. This is one of the few trucks that has camera mirrors. It's only this one and the latest Kenworth T680, which when I get into that truck review, you will see also has a similar issue with its power and transmissions. There is no retarder on this transmission. If you want a retarder, it is only this one, and it's just worse. So with that said, I mentioned there are two dashes. So in here, you'll see there's this big area, and this is part of the reason why I do these truck reviews. You'll see this, and you're like, oh, it has an LCD screen. Cool. Should have everything I need. I'm going to spoil it for you guys. This is the worst dash in this truck. If you're going to buy this truck, my recommendation is to simply come with the older school dash. Yes, you have a smaller LCD screen here, but you get the analog clusters back if you like those. More importantly, this small LCD screen is going to display much better information than the big one. It just does. I don't know if that's how it is in real life, but that's what we're dealing with in this game. Currently in my truck, I have this equipped, so I'll show you the good screen first, and then we'll swap to the not so good screen. With that said, let me jump out of here, get into the cab of the truck. I'll show you how I have it configured. I do like the paint jobs. They did a really good job with the paint jobs and all that stuff. So, what I do need to do before we hit the road here, let me go ahead and show you guys this dash. I'll change the engine and stuff in just a moment. Turn off that. We'll go through the cabin. I'll go in. I'll swap my engine out because there's a modded engine here, and the sound file is a little busted. That said, stick around. We're going to go to a stock engine. We're going to swap this dashboard up, and we're going to hit the road. So, the right side visibility is pretty good. You'll see the camera mirror there. The left side visibility again pretty good. You'll see the camera mirror. Love that. One of the few trucks with it. The dash, the good dash. You will see bottom left there says currently 0 miles an hour plus 3. That is where your cruise control gets displayed. so you can see visually, digitally, your speed. And you also have your digital speed right there. Excuse me. There is no distance to empty on this truck, so that is one option or one feature that is missing. I think that's more so a Freightliner thing. So we will go out and I'll show you that cruise control and how that looks real quick. I'm not going to do too much testing here because we do need to change our engine out. And I'll show you guys this cruise. We're going to pull back into the dealer. I'll show you the other dash. I'm going to put the appropriate engine in, and we'll take another test drive. Okay, I'll go this way. You guys can see it's pretty clear. There's your cruise control, there's your speed. I do like this dash for that reason. Not having the distance to empty I can deal with. It's not ideal, but if you're going to drive a Cascadia, this is definitely the dash you want. Alright, so let me pull back into that dealership. We'll swap dashes so that you guys can visually compare them for yourself. We'll do a little rundown to the test center, hear the Jake brake, hear the actual engine, and all that goodness. Going to select that. Fine. We are going with the updated dash. I hate this thing, but we're doing it. We're doing it for the show. Now I've got this big, beautiful dash. Now, the problem with this dash, and you can hear the engine's fixed. The problem with this dash, your speed is at the bottom, sure. As I roll through it, you will still notice there's no distance to empty, so that's still not here. That didn't fix that problem. What you're noticing now, there's no cruise control. So you may ask yourself, how's cruise control displayed? Well, let's hit the road and I'll show you. This isn't the end of the world, and I suppose if you do like this dash, feel free to run it. It's fine. But how your cruise control is displayed in this truck, in this dash, is that little yellow ticker right by 35. That is your cruise control, fellas. Not the easiest thing to see, especially if you're doing like 31 or 32, right? You just can't tell. And then here's the Jake brake. It is a Cummins engine, so base game wise, I mean, it doesn't sound terrible. I wouldn't say it sounds great, but for a base game, it doesn't sound terrible. Get in here, I'll for up a little bit. This is one of the few trucks with the xenon or white lights. So the lights are really good in this truck. I really don't mind this truck overall. It is lacking on power, but it does the job. So here we go with the engine brake. That is the engine brake, guys. Again, in my game, I have modded all these engine sounds at this point, and that's what you were seeing at the start there, at the start of the video. And with the mods, they're like the Slave Jerry mods. Everything sounds great. Engine mod. Okay. So let's get into maneuverability. Turn off our engine, or our engine brake, and let's do a quick full turn circle here. And this is long haul mode, right? So you can see the maneuverability is actually not bad for being a long hauler. If you go into the short configuration, you'll gain a little bit of maneuverability. I do like the paint jobs. I like the customization of the truck. It's unfortunate you can't have your muffler sticking up there. I do like seeing the straight pipes, but you know, for a sleeper, she's not bad looking. Hard to see her here at night, but again, guys, I hope this has been helpful, been insightful. Hopefully the dash tip helped you out. Maybe you're a long time veteran of the series and you just didn't know about the dash. I know I recently discovered that. And it's interesting that it's set up that way, but that is what it is. And again, hope this has been helpful. Like, subscribe, leave your comment down below. Tell me what you think, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.